John Early here, encouraging you to accept your role as an economic hero and take care of people. To be that hero, you need to understand how to encourage our wealthy to create a strong economy for everyone. If you believe the political and economic rhetoric the last 40 years about tax rates, reality appears to be crazy. Here's the economy since the New Deal. From the New Deal to the 1986 tax reform, growth averaged about 4%, while the top tax rate averaged about 78%. Since tax reform, growth averaged only 2.6%, with the top rate averaging just under 37%. This is the exact opposite of the rhetoric. To be the hero America needs, you must understand where the low tax rhetoric is true and why it failed historically. You've probably seen an income tax schedule like this. Here's how it works. With the 2020 standard deduction, a married couple's first $24,800 of income have a 0% tax. At $24,801, taxable income begins, and the marginal rate jumps to 10%, but the average rate rounds down to 0%. At $116,000, you'd be in the 22% bracket, so your marginal rate is 22%. On the last $100 of income, you'd pay $22 in tax, but your average tax rate is only 10%. At $145 million, the average tax rate rounds up to the top marginal rate of 37%. The low tax rhetoric is true down here. We don't want to discourage work. Low marginal tax rates on income up to about 3 times the average worker helps. This 22% rate is probably too high. If we cut it, the average tax rate drops too. A modest average tax rate on income up to about $1 million assures our wealthy have plenty of incentive to run businesses. Up here, the top 0.01% of taxpayers get to decide how much business revenue to plow into growing their businesses and how much to pull out of businesses as personal income. A high marginal tax rate up here means the cost of pulling more money out is high and the wealthy are better off building value in their businesses. For the very elite, a high marginal tax rate is like making children eat their vegetables before they get dessert. A low marginal tax rate is like letting teenagers play video games till 3 in the morning on a school night. It doesn't lead to prosperous performance. Our long-term economic growth rate is highly sensitive to the ratio of business revenue used to run and grow businesses. How much revenue stays in businesses or starts new ones is sensitive to the marginal tax rate on the elite. A low top marginal tax rate here failed because the elite pulled trillions more dollars a year out of businesses as personal income. A high marginal tax rate at the top means our wealthy plow more money into growing their businesses and our economy. We depend on our wealthy to create a strong economy, but they won't do it unless we give them the right tax structure. Part of your role as hero is to elect politicians who will lower marginal tax rates for the working class while raising marginal rates on income above $1 million. It's time to make the wealthy eat their vegetables and grow a strong economy for everyone. Next week, we'll look at the tax structure leading to the strongest growth in U.S. history. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Also, can you think of a friend who should see this video?